I'm aware of all of those things, but I know he don't want to be in here, so I know if he could afford it, he'd be out.
I mean, this is the last stop of the jail for all the worst of the worst. You know, they don't really clean as often. They don't care. I mean, this is the last stop of the jail for all the.
And he has houses in other states, correct?
I'm not aware of that.
Are you aware of him paying and helping to support other individuals in the family and also extended family and friends?
I'm not into his business like that.
She also continued, stating that
You agree with me that your grandson is substantially well off, correct?
He might used to be, but if he could make a $2 million bond, he'd be out.
Would you agree with me, though, that there's a difference between can, want to, and choosing not to?
I'm aware of all of those things, but I know he don't want to be in here, so I know if he could afford it, he'd be out.
Wait a minute, but people think you the person that killed Mo3, man. They think you did it.
It's a million ways to do it. I ain't got no tattoo on my knee. I'm not being told that I'm damn sure what this.
It's been just 6 days since Yella Beezy got checked into Dallas County Jail for allegedly ordering the hit on Mo3. And word is, he's not built for this. Sources say Beezy's already struggling behind bars and pushing hard for bail like his life depends on it. And honestly, if you know anything about Dallas County Jail's reputation, you get it. They didn't earn the title of worst jail in Texas for nothing. Beezy's arrest on capital murder charges has rocked the rap world and stunned fans across the country. Now locked up in one of the state's roughest facilities, the rapper's facing a whole new reality. Inside Dallas County Jail, it's rough, plain, and simple. For someone used to the glitz of rap life, the shift is brutal. Overcrowding is out of control. Cells meant for 8 now pack in up to 40 inmates. The air is ice cold, noise never stops, and privacy doesn't exist. Inmates stuff toilet paper in their ears just to block out the chaos. Special response teams run the jail like a military camp. Their inspections are humiliating. Prisoners kneel in underwear while guards tear through their belongings. Control is the goal, not comfort. For 5 straight years, the jail has failed state inspections. The Texas Commission on Jail Standards keeps flagging issues, but the problems never stop. In February 2022, inspectors spent 4 days inside, and what they found was alarming. Surveillance logs didn't match officer reports, raising serious concerns about how suicidal inmates were monitored. Around 40 housing unit doors were busted, some jammed with contraband, creating major security risks. In the North Tower, the air reeked of K2 and burning coffee grounds. Inhale that long enough, and it becomes toxic. Yet no immediate action was taken. In the West Tower, laundry services for crisis care inmates were non-existent. Floor officers had to step in, a clear sign things were broken. And let's not forget the South Tower's generators. Back in 2021, they skipped routine testing. So if the power fails, there's no guarantee backup systems will even work. That's a disaster waiting to happen. And with overcrowding still on the rise, the pressure inside keeps building. Ongoing renovations mean fewer beds. And with broken AC systems, jail feels less like a lockup and more like survival mode. And the legal side? Just as bad. Inmates barely get law library access, legal mail gets opened without them, and court motions drag on forever, like the system's built to keep people stuck. And beyond the harsh jail conditions, there's word that Yella Beezy might be too broke to post bail. Originally set at $2 million, his bond sent a clear message about the gravity of the charges. But in court, Beezy's grandmother, Alma Jean Alexander, testified that he wasn't nearly as rich as prosecutors made him out to be. Her words and support from other family members led Judge Gracie Lewis to lower the bond to $750,000, but with strict conditions. Bay can't contact victims or witnesses and was warned about being honest in financial disclosures. Dirk's first court appearance took place at the C. Clyde Atkins U.S. Courthouse in Miami, where his lawyer, Alec Ubieta, remained tight-lipped, offering no new details to reporters. But with arraignment set in Los Angeles federal court, the clock is ticking and the stakes are massive. If convicted, Dirk could be looking at a life sentence. That's a huge fall from grace, especially considering he just picked up a Grammy earlier this year for Best Melodic Rap Performance for his track All My Life with J. Cole. Then came a curveball. In December 2024, during a detention hearing, unsealed court documents revealed a second murder-for-hire case allegedly linked to Dirk. This one ties him to the January 2022 shooting of Stephen Mack in Chicago. With the trial now scheduled for October 2025 and Dirk being denied bail, things are looking grim. But the strange part? Mo3 was killed all the way back in 2020, and it's taken nearly 5 years for prosecutors to link Yella Beezy to the murder. That delay has people asking questions. If Kewon White snitched early, why is Bay only being charged now? Or did new evidence just surface that changed everything? Let's rewind to that tragic day in November 2020 when Mo3, real name Melvin Noble, was gunned down in broad daylight on a Dallas freeway. His death rocked the city. He wasn't just any rapper. He was a rising voice in the South, and fans felt his loss heavy. That morning, Mo3 was driving along Interstate 35 when he noticed a car following close behind. Sensing danger, he pulled over and ran, abandoning his vehicle to sprint down the freeway. But the danger followed. In a terrifying scene witnessed by shocked drivers, the suspect got out, gave chase, and opened fire. Gunshots echoed down the highway. Mo3 was hit and went down. He was rushed to the hospital but never made it. The boldness of the attack, broad daylight, one of Dallas's busiest roads, sent shockwaves through the community. It was more than just another shooting. It felt personal, like a message. People immediately started speculating about the motive. Some blamed long-standing street beefs. Others thought jealousy or past drama might have played a role. The Dallas Police Department jumped into action. They released surveillance stills showing the suspect wearing a ski mask just moments before the shooting. Those photos helped crack the case, leading investigators to Kewon White. At just 22, White already had a record. At the time of Mo3's death, he was out on bond for a weapons charge and for evading arrest. Red flags all over. That morning, Mo3 was driving along Interstate 35 when he noticed a car following close behind. Sensing danger, he pulled over and ran, abandoning his vehicle to sprint down the freeway. But the danger followed. In a terrifying scene witnessed by shocked drivers, the suspect got out, gave chase, and opened fire. Gunshots echoed down the highway. Mo3 was hit and went down. He was rushed to the hospital but never made it. The boldness of the attack, broad daylight, one of Dallas's busiest roads, sent shockwaves through the community. It was more than just another shooting. It felt personal, like a message. People immediately started speculating about the motive. Some blamed long-standing street beefs. Others thought jealousy or past drama might have played a role. The Dallas Police Department jumped into action. They released surveillance stills showing the suspect wearing a ski mask just moments before the shooting. Those photos helped crack the case, leading investigators to Kewon White. At just 22, White already had a record. At the time of Mo3's death, he was out on bond for a weapons charge and for evading arrest. Red flags all over. A search of Brown's home uncovered a stolen assault-style rifle, synthetic cannabinoids, meth, and other illegal substances. While officials stayed quiet on the full nature of Brown and White's relationship, the motive behind Brown's involvement seemed personal. Mo3 had allegedly gotten too close to a woman in Brown's life. When Mo3 posted a Facebook video with her, that was the last straw. Brown's resentment grew quickly, and before long, he was reportedly reaching out to a witness to locate Mo3. Phone records revealed a string of calls between Brown and White, including on the day of the shooting. Despite this, White denied knowing Brown at all, even claimed he didn't remember his number. But as investigators connected the dots, a darker picture began to form. Court documents allege that Yella Beezy orchestrated the entire hit, hiring Kewon White to take Mo3 out. The exact motive remains unclear, but prosecutors paint it as a calculated act, not some spur-of-the-moment beef. Just 2 days after Mo3's death, another twist emerged. Bay reportedly withdrew $40,000 in cash from his personal account. Investigators flagged it as suspicious. Why the sudden need for that kind of money? Surveillance footage from the bank showed Bay looking around nervously, almost paranoid, adding fuel to the theory that he had something to hide. One witness even claimed they overheard Bey talking about paying for the hit. Prosecutors argue Bey had the motive, the means, and the resources to pull it off. With a bulletproof Denali and stacks in the bank, he wasn't exactly low profile. Plus, they say, all that money makes him a flight risk. In court, a chilling video was played, showing Kewon White chasing Mo3 down in 35 and gunning him down in broad daylight. 44 shell casings were found on the scene. The violence was beyond extreme. If Bey truly called for that hit, why do it so openly, especially knowing he and Mo3 had a known rivalry? Prosecutors say he either thought he couldn't be touched or just didn't think he'd get caught. In the Dallas rap scene, both Mo3 and Yella Beezy were rising stars, gaining traction fast and pulling in the same audience. What started as friendly competition slowly spilled over into real tension. Subtle and not so subtle jabs flew across music and social media, and fans took notice. One Reddit user put it bluntly, "Yeah, I know Mo3's head started getting big. He was talking a lot of shot on social. Just didn't know if that's what got him killed." Beezy, for his part, kept his statements vague. In a 2024 interview, when asked about Mo3's death, he brushed it off with a cold, "What was the point?" But in another clip, he acknowledged Mo3's impact on Dallas music, calling it a big hit. His comments were inconsistent, 1 minute dismissive, the next respectful. Their so-called rivalry was more layered than fans realized. In 2018, Beezy was shot 3 times while driving. Mo3's reaction? Cold. You gotta stay out of the way to get hit up every day. It felt less like sympathy and more like a jab. Still, in interviews, both claimed they weren't really beefing. Mo3 said he was just reporting the truth through his music. Beezy called it messing around, though he admitted they'd never be cool. The full story between the two may never be clear. But Mo3's death marked a turning point not just in Dallas hip-hop, but in how people see rap rivalries. Was it friendly fire turned fatal, or something darker? Hiring someone like Kewon White with his rap sheet felt reckless. And now, with a witness reportedly ready to testify about money exchanging hands, the heat is on. Bey's past legal history doesn't help his case. In 2018, he survived another shooting. In 2021, he faced firearm charges in Dallas and sexual assault accusations in Collin County, both dismissed later. He was also named in a 2022 lawsuit claiming Chris Brown's entourage assaulted 4 men at a Fort Worth concert. A rep for Beezy said he wasn't involved. Click one of the cards on your screen to keep watching more breaking